Expecting very cold temperatures this weekend. We're getting a lot of snow. As you taught me earlier this morning, Jessica.
What did we learn?
Blizzard, not a subjective term. We have to check some boxes, and we're not doing that tomorrow.
It's not a subjective term, yes. To be fair, we said you came from Florida, so any kind of snow might seem like a blizzard.
What we're dealing with tomorrow, freezing and a lot of snow.
It's a lot of snow.
But
You mentioned with the blizzard there, hurricane force winds. That was the key for the blizzard back there, where we had all those huge snow drifts that just kind of trapped everybody for a long time. So there is as we learned, a technical definition for a blizzard. And that's the key part is the wind, visibility and duration. Yes, it's snowing, but you also have to have wind that is at least 35 miles per hour or greater. Visibility, because of that snow and wind, that's a quarter mile or less. And that has to be going on for 3 hours or longer. So as we get into tomorrow, we're really going to not have that wind component. We're going to have plenty of snow. The thing with the blizzard is it doesn't matter how much snow you actually end up with when it's all said and done. You can have 1 inch, you can have 2 feet. It's the wind, visibility, and duration that make it a blizzard. And it's not going to be a blizzard for us tomorrow. It's actually not going to be a blizzard anywhere across the country tonight and into tomorrow, because that high wind aspect is not going to be an issue. We're only going to have gusts up to about 20 miles per hour as we go through the day for tomorrow. So that's not going to be too much of an issue for us. Heavy snow is going to be an issue, though. That is a sure thing for us for tomorrow. We're going to get those snowfall rates close to 1 inch and possibly even higher of snow per hour at times. So that's really going to allow that snow to accumulate very quickly. Now, on the positive side of things, again, I mentioned no wind, but also we are not expecting any issues with freezing rain or sleet or any kind of mixed precipitation. We're going to stay all snow, which is good in the long run, but we are going to get those temperatures extremely cold. So what snow does fall tomorrow is going to be sticking around for quite some time. Right now, we don't really have any melting in the extended forecast. So we are going to have that weather impact alert for Sunday, probably continuing into early Monday with some lingering issues there. Biggest concern is going to be the snow that's arriving right now. It's going to continue to become more steady as we go through tonight and into tomorrow. Moderate to heavy snow at times. Again, snowfall rates of over 1 inch per hour could be possible, especially for areas further south that are a little closer to where we have the changeover between the mix and the snow. But again, expecting all snow for us right now. Totals are actually going to be the highest the further south you are, which is a bit of a change from what we're used to. Typically, a lot of those higher snow totals would target our lake effect areas. That is not going to be the case. So I'll walk through those snowfall totals right now. By the time we get to tomorrow morning, everyone's got at least some accumulation to wake up. We've got a steady snow falling at this point, and most of us wake up very early tomorrow morning to about 1 to 4 inches, some locally higher totals already going to be possible. We've got steady snow, heavy snowfall rates at times. That could mean some low visibility on the roads, and we're definitely going to have road issues. The snow is going to be coming down so hard that crews are really not going to be able to keep up with it. So good idea to stay inside and stay warm and safe for tomorrow. Those snow totals are really going to be on the increase very quickly as we go through the morning hours and into the afternoon as well. So we are going to see those totals. I think still that 8 to 14 range is going to be good for most of us, with that gradient being more north to south oriented. So the further south you are, more likely to have the higher end of that total range, and also areas especially along and south of about US 30 or so, where we could have some areas where we see those totals even higher than 14 inches, particularly where we have those heaviest snowfall rates. So this is going to be a lot of snow for the crews to deal with, and that's why we kind of are extending that alert into Monday, because it's going to take them a long time to get all of that snow taken care of. So definitely expecting some lingering effects there. Here's the big picture forecast of how this shapes out for us. We get that snow to push in as we go through tonight and into tomorrow. Again, any icing is staying off to the south, but we are getting close to where we have those heavier snowfall rates. The closer we get to the mix, the higher those snowfall rates are. So we'll watch that closely through the day on Sunday. Steady rain, or steady snow rather, heavy at times is going to be the case for us really through the entirety of Sunday. It's really not until Sunday evening and overnight that we get that snow to really quickly pull off to the east, and we get some slightly drier conditions to work in, but it is still going to be incredibly cold Sunday night heading into Monday. So this is where the system stands right now. We've got snow from the southern Great Lakes tracking all the way back into areas of Texas, where they're not exactly used to seeing snow, freezing rain falling through areas of northern Louisiana and Mississippi, and just a mess across areas of Tennessee. So all of that mixed precipitation is going to stay to the south, but watch what happens just north of that precipitation area where it's mixed. We get those darker blues. That's what we're going to watch. It's going to try to push in, especially for our southern areas tomorrow. That's those very heavy snowfall rates. So we'll watch those very closely through the day on Sunday. So far, we've got some snow trying to creep in, and we're starting to see some flakes fly. This is a look at I-71, US 30 towards the Mansfield area. If you look closely, you can see some of those flakes flying, not really accumulating yet, but the flakes are starting to fly, and they will continue to do so with that National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. Snow becomes more steady through the night. Accumulations for everyone by tomorrow morning, and we continue to add to those accumulations. Again, further south, you are a better chance to have some of those heavier snowfall rates where those totals are going to add up very quickly. Temperatures are going to struggle for everyone. Again, look at that wind in the top left. That wind is not going to be much of a concern for us. We'll just have some gusts to about 20 miles per hour. Heavy snow continues through the early evening, and then past about 9-10 o'clock, we do see that working its way out of here. But again, we are expecting lingering issues into Monday, so we'll probably continue that weather impact alert for at least the first part of Monday. Rest of that Union Home Mortgage forecast, you might see a little bit of additional lake effect on Monday. Still a little bit of snow potential Tuesday, Wednesday. The biggest thing is going to be the cold. It's really going to stick around even as we head into early February, so that snow is not going to be melting anytime soon.